One of the viewers was asking whether we are
when we undertake our interventions for positive identification of horns when they are in the animal and maybe when they are not in the animal, we implant specific equipment called the microchips, which I showed an example. So what we do, we drill into the horn and we insert that gadget in the horn. It is passive, so it stays as long as possible, as whether the animal is alive or it's not alive. That gadget stays as long as possible, it's passive. So anytime you have that horn, you can be able to scan and you can be able to get the unique barcode within that horn, and you can be able to positively identify from which animal that horn came from.
Unfortunately, 9 of them died due to reasons that we are still investigating. The preliminary report that we got from the experts from KWS was saying is the saline water that was in one of the boreholes that had high level of saline.
To monitor how they settle within the new area. So we put the horn transmitter. So this is what is used to monitor the animals when they are released in a new place, to monitor how they settle in a new place. So in the rhinos, if you see of the 2 horns, one had this equipment. So this helps in monitoring how the animals settle where they have been translocated to. So this is a horn transmitter for monitoring.
There are no rhinos in Savo. Savo East National Park. No, it's a free range. So it's a very...
The translocation of rhinos from Nairobi National Park and Nakuru National Park is part of a national strategy to manage our rhino populations. We've been doing this for decades, moving rhinos in order to manage the populations because they are all isolated. You want to prevent any inbreeding. But this was a new sanctuary in Savo East. We used to have rhinos there, they were all poached out, and now we're bringing them back to that area. So it's a very exciting possibility for Kenya, but it's ended in tragedy. This is actually a national disaster.
Moja hapa.